Founded in 1966, Braz Africa Kenya Limited is a giant from pre to post-harvesting equipment. This spreads across their coffee, rice and pulses, grain dryers and silos division.
My name is Sakwa Reardon. I work for Braz Africa Enterprise Limited in Nairobi. We are located in Mombasa Road, industrial area near Syokimau area. Yes. Our office is just next to Soham petrol station in Syokimau. We provide equipment for post-harvest processing of agricultural produce. This is when you harvest maize, when you harvest beans, when you harvest rice, we need to clean it, dry it, and store it properly for use. So today we are exhibiting here technology to cool grain for conservation. As you are well aware, when you cool grain below 13 degree the temperature, the insects and other fungi and microorganisms don't have activity. They just sit in there, they don't eat, they don't produce, they don't disturb the grain. And the alternative is to blow air. If you know about storage of grain, we promote the metallic silos, which are this kind of silos here. This is bulk storage of grain. And we blow air at night to reduce the temperature of the grain, because the insects at the temperature of 25 and above, they can reproduce. They are eating the grain, and in the process, it creates a heat mass in that region where the insects are in the grain and starts rotting.
Just like Andrew shared with us, conserving the grain is of the utmost importance. Sakwa reiterates this and highlights that when one conserves the grain, she or he is saving time.
We're able to conserve the grain without fumigation, no chemical treatment. We have a drying. You don't need to dry the grain to 14. You can leave it at 15, and when you put the cold air, this grain is dried to, so we save time on drying. And also, as you see here, there is no insect development or fungi development of in the grain. So conventionally, we put the grain in the silos and then we fumigate. When we see some insect infestation, we turn the grain from one silo to the other. And all these movements, one, they are expensive, and two, we are damaging the grain.
Benefits for large and small-scale farmers go beyond the norm when it comes to Brazavic enterprises.
There's a lot of benefit in him getting his grain preserved well for the next, for a long time, so that he has a good grain to present to the market. And the market pays our grain by the quality. So if the farmer presents a good quality of grain to the market pays a premium for that. So the farmer benefits in a premium price for his grain. If you take a grain that is damaged to the buyers, they tend to pay you less or even refuse your grain.
Now that we've spoken about grain storage, let's talk about quality.
I'm Zeynep Arslan and I'm from Turkey, from Ankara. And as Bastak, we are producing laboratory equipment for quality control of flour and wheat. And we are producing 46 type of instruments. and our factory is in Ankara, and we have another building for laboratory. It's generally we are producing enzyme meter, gluten washer, and mills for wheat and sieve shaker, that kind of instruments. And we are working with 37 people, and in our laboratory it's about 50 people is working, and we have offices in different cities of Turkey to check the quality of the wheat. Because this IAOM exhibition is all about the miller sector, and our equipments must be used in the laboratories of millers, because when you bought a wheat from farmer, or you import wheat from the other countries, you need to check its quality, its protein, its moisture, is it damaged, or is there any insects is growing inside of the wheat. So most of our customers is in here, and also this is a conference about the new technologies about the milling sector. We need to catch up the new technologies to improve ourselves and to show ourselves to the whole world.
Due to the increase in grain production and demand, there needs to be high standards of quality set. The measurement of what is quality or not is what Zainab specializes in.
The wheat and the wheat product like bread, pasta, cake is the most consumed product in all over the world. So to get a good bread or to high quality bread, you need to check the quality of the raw product, which is wheat and flour. So after checking the quality, or you can take some, some precautions to make it better. Let's say that you have a wet wheat, and after milling you saw that the flour is not prepared to make bread. So if you need any additives, or if you can decide that this is not for bread, it's for biscuit or cake, you need to check the quality, and you need to check the protein content. So you need to use our instruments to do so all over the world, because for example, in Turkey, governments governments bought wheat from the farmer and making some silo. And before wheat goes to silo, the quality and the situation of the wheat is checked by these instruments. This is governmental project, and we are doing this in the name of the government in our offices in the different cities of Turkey.
Moving on to our next exhibitor, meet Arhani Joe of Tanish Milling Company based in Turkey. Tanish was founded in 1956, and for the past 64 years, they have manufactured, exported, installed, and commissioned numerous milling plants.
Tanish Mill Technology is a family company founded in 1956. It's located in the southeastern of Turkey. It's an industrial area called Gaziantep. We are running the company in the third generation now. We are basically focused on the post-harvest agro-processing systems. In post-harvest agro-processing systems, we are manufacturing and exporting and installing and commissioning complete turnkey projects on milling industry, seed cleaning and processing industries, as well as the storage system, handling systems, and animal feed systems. Complete turnkey project solution provider from Turkey.
Kenya is steadily becoming a natural destination for people looking to invest in Africa with the hope of big returns. This is why Tanish is keen on investing in Kenya.
Today we are here in Kenya because Kenya is a growing market in the milling industry. We can observe that this area and this region is really promising for our market, and also we feel very honored, and in a manner-wise is a very positive side to be a part of this development overall in Africa. This is not our first journey to Africa. We also have a lot of offices and activities in the northern parts of Africa. Recently, we have started hard marketing in Kenya and East Africa. We have also existing activities. We have several plants, processing plants in this region. And this organization is a very important organization on the milling industry. We are thankful to the association for letting us chance to be a part of this organization. And hopefully we will grow more and bigger and together here.
As Arhani Joe mentioned in passing, there are numerous projects and services that they are working on.
Okay, we are providing a wider range of machine solutions. Apart from only milling, we are having some another different types of value addition systems like maize. We have brought a machine here called degermination. This is removing the germ in the highest possible level and reducing the fat content relatively lower than any other technology existing here in the market. It gives an advantage to use the finished product for the snack industries. As well as the wheat and maize, we're also manufacturing seed cleaning and processing plants, which is also a good field to work on it because it's an agricultural development. Our one seed processing technology is also very good technologies for the agricultural development. Whenever you, the Minister of Agriculture, producers, seed producers, pulses producers are very much in need of this technology. Apart from that, also pulses, as Kenya is a multicultural area, there are a lot of Asian communities who consumes a lot of pulses. So we have also machines to produce and process that kind of products as well.
Growing one type of crop is a risky business for a farmer as she or he can lose an entire harvest to pests and diseases. Therefore, there is a great need to explore other crops that can act as a buffer against hunger and climate change variations.
Ability and increased technology, more value addition is the key factors. The world is changing a lot, and food diversification is the key factor and the key mentality we need to be achieving. In the very ancient cultures, whatever that area is breathing and cultivating from the earth, they were consuming that particular product. In Africa, most of the countries knows like maize and cassava, but the wheat is coming from outside, and recently it's increasing. In terms of that type of the food diversification, the key factor is the food diversification and our technologies.
As we wrapped up our interview with Arhani Joe, we asked him if he had any closing thoughts, and this is what he had to say.
Commercial factors, competition, financial, financing of the business, I think these kind of factors are same worldwide. But in terms of Africa, what we observe up to now, giving the value of the technology which they will achieve by time. Right now there are some lower technologies or local technologies they are trying to do their best. As soon as they understand that if I pay this amount of worth of a machine with a higher technology, European technology or Turkish technology altogether, and it will be a much more sustainable business overall. So this mentality is required to improve further steps in the value addition and the food development here in Africa, in the milling industry in general.